everyone. Thanks for joining today. So today is the third practice in this 5-part series called Soothe. And this practice is designed to help to unwind after a long day or after work. So we're going to start nice and slowly, and then we'll just move into a slow, mindful flow, peeling away the layers of tension in the shoulders and the hips. And I'm also going to leave space for silence so that you can have your own experience of each pose throughout the whole practice today. Okay, so we're going to get started laying on our backs. Let's come down and hug the knees into the chest. You can wrap the arms around the shins and hold a wrist or the forearms, just whatever's comfortable. And we'll use this pose, this shape, Apanasana, to arrive. Take a few moments here. And then when you're ready, let that go, knees bent, soles of feet meet the mat, and we'll open the arms out to the side. Maybe they're in a soft cactus shape, elbows bent, palms facing upwards. And we'll lift the hips, move the hips a little over to the right side, pick up the feet and let the knees fall over to the left in a really simple supine twist. Gently inviting the belly to soften, allowing the shoulders to feel heavy, and the muscles of the face to release, to relax. Take another breath here. One more full, easy inhale. And exhale to draw your knees back up to center. Feet to earth, lift the hips, move them a little over towards the left side, and we'll journey over to the other side. Knees pouring over to the right side. And we stay here for a while, just a handful of breaths. One more sweet inhale here. And we'll exhale and come back to center. Feet to mat, hips to center. And we'll draw the knees back in towards the chest, wrap the arms around the legs. When you're ready, let's make our way from here, hands behind the thighs, and gently rock up to sit, or roll to a side and press yourself up. And we'll come forward onto all fours, hands and knees, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, shins pointing straight back behind the knees, and we'll just roll through the spine, arching and rounding through cat and cow. Allowing your movement today to unwind any stickiness or tightness or tension that might have been building up from your day or from perhaps staying seated for long periods of time. And you might choose to stay like this, moving through cat and cow with the hands just as they are. Or you might experiment with turning the fingertips to face back towards the knees. And maybe you play with a cat-cow like this. Just opening a little more through the hands and the wrists. And for some of us, this will be really intense, so you might just choose to play with rocking the weight over one hand at a time, rocking forward and back and peeling the palm of the hand and the fingers off the mat and gently rocking them back down again before you switch sides. So choosing your medicine, always empowered to choose what is wholesome and nourishing for you. And then when you're ready, let that go, your cat-cow or your gentle movement over the hands, and we'll meet in a downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back, tops of thighs reaching up and back behind you. You might find a little movement here, bicycle through the legs and the feet. We'll swivel the heels to one side, toes to the other, side to side, exploring the sensation that this might create for you in the side body. And whatever little play you've been doing to open and awaken the body a little, return to center. We'll take a lovely little twist from our downward facing dog today. So when you're ready, step your feet hip width distance apart if they're not already. And bend your left knee, keep your right leg straight or as straight as possible. And then the right leg, turn the right foot out slightly. Right toes turn out 45 degrees. Right heel turns in and down onto the mat. And then we'll swivel the hips and the torso to the right and look underneath the right armpit. Return to center, take an in-breath. And exhale, right foot steps forward between the hands, left knee to the mat or a folded blanket and both hands to the front thigh. Let's interlace the hands. Notice which thumb's on top so you can do it the other way around next time. And reach the palms forward, arms forward and up overhead. And lifting the full circumference of your ribs up away from the pelvis. And let's let that go. Reach the arms behind you. Interlace the fingers. Notice which thumb's on top and reach the knuckles back and down. And then lift the hands a little bit up and away from the back of the pelvis. An easy breath in here, beautiful ones. Opening across the front of the chest. And next exhalation, we'll release and take a lovely little twist. Left elbow outside right knee, right hand on top of left hand. You might tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, take a final in-breath here. And exhale, unwind, hands to mat, step back, hips up and back down dog. Lovely deep breath in through the nose. You might let this exhale go out of the mouth. Okay, second side, right knee bends, left leg is straight. Turn the left heel in and down, left toes out about 45 degrees and swivel the hips and the torso to the left this time. Looking underneath the left armpit, left upper arm, and anchoring through the outer edge of your left foot. We'll return to center and exhale, step our left foot forward, right knee to the mat, both hands to front thigh. And as you anchor through your front foot, there's a lightness and a levity up through the spine, up through the crown of the head. We'll interlace the hands, other thumb on top, turn the palms forward, reach forward and up. And let go. Release the hands behind you, interlace the fingers, reach the knuckles back and down. You might lift the chin, lift the gaze, and then lift the hands just a little up and away from the back of the pelvis. Let's let that go and turn again. Turn to the left, right elbow outside left knee. Palms meet, crown of head extending beyond the top of the mat. Back knee might stay resting on your mat, or it might lift up away from the mat. Just a last breath or a final inhale here in your twist. And exhale to return, hands to mat, downward dog, step back. Hands and feet plugging into the mat or into earth. And the breath is just easy and free, unfolding however it unfolds for you in the practice today. And we'll lift the heels, come all the way up onto the balls of the feet, bend the knees and just pulse through the legs a moment, bending and straightening the legs with the heels lifted, pulsing through the legs, lubricating a little the knees. It's almost as though you're pumping a little bit of, or facilitating a little bit of extra circulation here through the legs. And the next time the knees are bent, look forward and walk, step or hop the feet up towards the hands, and we'll arrive in Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Press the feet down, inhale, halfway, lift the chest, lengthen the spine. And exhale, fold again. We'll turn the toes out, separate the feet a little wider if you prefer, and bend the knees, and let's come and sit down into Malasana, yogi squat. Just coming as low as is comfortable for you today. Hands to prayer perhaps, and elbows just gently pressing out into the inner thighs. And with the weight of the pelvis and the legs here, allow that to anchor you as you lengthen up through the spine and the crown of the head. Next exhale, we'll lift the hips and fold forward. Halfway, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Strong legs, inhale, rise to stand, reach the arms up overhead. And as you exhale, draw the palms together and down through center, hands in front of the heart. Let's have our feet hip width distance, and we'll take a lovely little side bend here. Reach the arms up overhead. We'll bring right hand to left wrist and just gently lean up and over to the right. And as you do this, you can gently press the left hip out to the left. And some of us might just enjoy staying here. Others of us might play a little with balance, lifting the right foot away from the floor, up and out to the right a little. Let's return to center, right foot to mat. Reach the arms up overhead. Take an inhale, really reaching up through the fingers, getting beautifully long, unwinding and lengthening from the day. And then exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale. And exhale, hands to mat. Pick up your right foot. Step it back and we'll come into warrior two. Pivot the right heel in and down onto the mat. Rise and reach your arms wide. Nice deep bend in the front knee. Eagle arms, right arm on top of left arm, bend the elbows, hold opposite shoulders or lift the forearms, intertwine the forearms and maybe the hands too. Elbows lifting away from the chest, forearms drawing away from the face. And let's unwind the arms, reach back to warrior two arms for a moment, and then turn your back hand palm away from you. Bend the elbow and reach the fingertips behind you to the side waist on the left side, or maybe to the top of the left thigh. We'll bring left forearm to thigh, side angle variation. And as you gently lift the torso up away from the front thigh, turn your top shoulder up towards the ceiling. Next exhalation, let's unwind that. Hands to the mat, either side of the front foot, pivot to the ball of the back foot, and take an in-breath here and runner's lunge. Exhale to step your back foot forward and fold, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold over the legs, exhale. Press into the feet, we'll rise to stand again and reach the arms up into the space above. And exhale, hands to Anjali Mudra, down in front of the heart. Feet hip width distance, reach the arms, inhale. And this time we go the other way. Left hand to right wrist, leaning gently up and over to the left. Just enjoying the lengthening through the right side body and the shortening through the left side body. And maybe left foot lifts and reaches out to the left. Little play with balance. And we'll come back to center, reach the arms, anchor through both feet, and exhale. Last time today, fold all the way back forward. Halfway lift again, inhale, draw the heart forward. And exhale, left foot steps back, warrior two. Left heel pivots in and down onto the mat. Lift the torso and reach the arms wide. Take another in-breath and really feel the in-breath traveling out as though it's traveling out through the arms to the fingertips today. And as you exhale, second side, so left arm on top of right arm. Bend the elbows, intertwine the forearms. Maybe cross the hands or just backs of hands together. And we lift the elbows. Lift the gaze a little. Squeeze the forearms in toward one another. breath. Let that go. Reach the arms out into the space either side of you. And turn your left palm to face backwards. Bend the elbow and slip the hand around behind you. Right forearm to top of right thigh. And instead of collapsing into the thigh today, press the forearm into the thigh. Lift the chest away from the thigh and turn the heart upwards. One more easy in-breath, filling the body. And then exhale to unwind. Release the hands to the mat. Pivot to the ball of the back foot. And then just take a moment in runner's lunge. So knowing that you don't need to rush. You can be here. Inhale, chest draws forward. And exhale, hands to mat. Let's step back this time. Downward facing dog. And take an in-breath in down dog. And exhale, down dog. One more full breath in. And exhale, lower to the knees, hands and knees on the mat. Okay, so wrists are under shoulders right now. Let's bring our elbows where the hands are. Elbows straight underneath the shoulders. And palms meet in Anjali Mudra. Press the outer wrist and the forearms down. And we'll tuck the toes and lift into a dolphin pose. And the feet don't need to be in close towards the elbows today. They can be a little further back. So it's more of a shoulder opening dolphin pose. And some of us, our head will hang like an exquisite, beautiful, heavy pendulum between the upper arms. Others of us, the forehead might gently rest on the mat between the elbows. And know that you can always come out a little earlier. If you're still here with me, take 2 more easy breaths here. Next exhale, we'll gently, sweetly lower the knees to the mat and let us meet in a child's pose. Hips back towards the heels. I'm going to release the arms back alongside the legs today. Palms can face upwards or gently clasp the soles of the feet. And forehead can melt down again towards the mat. Taking a few precious moments turning inward, observing our inner landscape. When you're ready, let us use the hands to press the mat away and gently lift the torso upright. And we'll close our practice today with some breath work, breath practice again. So come and sit comfortably, either on a couple of folded blankets, a yoga block, or maybe you have a little cushion you can sit on. Any comfortable seat. You might also just sit in a chair. And we'll practice Nadi Shodana, sometimes called alternate nostril breathing. And it's a beautiful way to emphasize or put an emphasis on observing the breath. For some of us, it will help to settle the mind, calm the nervous system, open ourselves to a sense of peace. So we'll take our right hand, fold the index finger and the middle finger down towards the palm. The thumb, the 4th finger and the 5th finger stay extended. And then we'll bring our right thumb next to our right nostril and our fourth finger or our ring finger next to our left nostril. And the left hand can just rest comfortably on the thigh. When you're ready, take a deep breath in through both nostrils. And use your thumb to close your right nostril and exhale out of the left nostril. Inhaling through the left nostril. Close the left nostril and exhale out of the right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. We'll do one more full round, inhaling through the left nostril. Exhaling out of the right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Release the right hand down onto the lap and just take a sweet, smooth inhale through both nostrils. And an easy, long exhale. And let the breath just return to its natural ebb and flow. And notice what's present for you right now. Your lived experience of this moment. Thank you, beautiful ones, for sharing your practice today. If you love this practice, then feel free to subscribe so you stay up to date when new practices are available. And if you'd like to explore full-length practices and dive a little deeper, then those are available on my Patreon, and the link is in the description below. Peace, peace, peace.